Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about something absolutely huge in the world of AI image generation. OpenAI just dropped a bomb, and it's going to change how we all think about creating visuals online.
Today, we have one of the most fun, cool things we have ever launched. People have been waiting for this for a long time. We know we've made you wait, but we think it's really worth it, and we think you're going to love it. We are launching native images in ChatGPT.
We're talking about native image generation directly within ChatGPT and Sora, powered by their GPT-4o model. This isn't just a minor upgrade, guys. This is a fundamental shift. For a while now, AI image generation has been kind of cool, maybe even a little fun to play with. But let's be honest, it hasn't always been super practical for everyday use, but that's all about to change.
Image generators nowadays, they look good, but it's going beyond just looking good. Attention to detail makes it really, really useful.
What's special about this is, one, it'll keep the context of this character, and then two, it'll understand what I'm trying to ask it for, and you will see it in different forms as we generate it.
You have the drawing like this, and ChatGPT will get back to you a real comic book.
It's really about communicating and imagining and doing so at the same time.
Make a transparent image, a smart Asian researcher, blue t-shirt. It's easy.
Picture is worth 1,000 words, but being able to also render like a few words or symbols can carry like thousands of pictures.
It kind of now imbued into ChatGPT is like this idea of an artist in conversation with you.
Always amazing, even after seeing it for the 100th time.
I'm so excited to show this magic to the world.
Hopefully people love it.
Okay, so image generation has been around, sure, but it's kind of been seen as just a fun gimmick, right? Cool art, memes, whatever. But useful? Not really. And that's the game changer here. They're saying this new native image generation in their 4o model isn't just another novelty. This is about making it actually useful in a wide variety of ways. Think about it. Creatives, educators, small businesses, students, everyone. This is going to unlock a whole new level of what people can do with AI. It's not just about pretty pictures anymore. This is about real power, real utility. It sounds like they're hinting at something truly transformative here, making image generation a core part of how we all work and create. And they're not kidding about utility. One of the big advancements here is in text rendering. You know how AI-generated images sometimes struggle with text? It comes out blurry or just plain wrong. Well, that's supposedly a thing of the past with GPT-4o. According to OpenAI, they are unlocking useful and valuable image generation with a natively multimodal model capable of precise, accurate, photorealistic outputs. This focus on accuracy is key to making AI images truly practical for things like infographics, logos, marketing materials, anything where you need text to be clear and readable. And speaking of practical, let's talk about how this model is trained. They're not just feeding it text and images separately. Basically, they explain that we trained our models on the joint distribution of online images and text, learning not just how images relate to language, but how they relate to each other. Combined with aggressive post-training, the resulting model has surprising visual fluency, capable of generating images that are useful, consistent, and context-aware. This means the AI is learning the relationships between visuals and language in a much deeper way, leading to more consistent and contextually relevant images.
So, okay, I'm going to jump right in with a demo. Now, 2 years ago, when we first started this project, we were interested in sort of like maybe a scientific question about what native support for image generation would look like in a model as powerful as GPT-4. We didn't know the answer to that question. But a year later, when the model was done training, we saw really exciting signs of life. So, we featured this in a full blog post, if some of you will remember. And, we saw that the model could render paragraphs of text, for example. It could combine images in really very interesting and novel ways. And I think we spent a lot of time just playing with this model, and I felt that sense of like joy and excitement. I haven't felt for a very long time, maybe even since GPT-2.
I haven't either. This was one of those really wow moments.
It was a wow moment, but that model was still a bit rough around the edges. So, it's, it sometimes made typos. It was kind of unreliable, I would say. And so over the last year, I've been refining this model to make it more accessible and more user-friendly to the average person. So it seems to have gotten all the text. I don't see any typos, which is good. Okay.
It's still amazing to me to see image generation with perfect text. It shouldn't be that impressive, but somehow we've been waiting for this for so long, and every time it happens, it's like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah,
and the number of things that like this image had to get right in the instructions, like the what you want focused on, not like that it should be a point of view image and where we are, and then sort of to get having the text like that's just this is still amazing to me.
Perfect text in AI generated images? Okay, this might sound like a small thing, but honestly, this is kind of a big deal. As we hear in the video, getting AI to reliably generate images with readable and correct text has been surprisingly tricky. Think about all those AI images you've seen where the text is just gibberish. Well, it sounds like that's changing, and the presenters in the video are genuinely excited about it. They even say it shouldn't be that impressive, but it still feels like a wow moment because we've been waiting for it for so long. It really highlights how far AI image generation has come. It's not just about creating a picture, it's about understanding complex instructions, including text, and getting all the details right. And that perfect text is not just for show. It's about communication. As they rightly point out, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but sometimes generating a few words in the right place can elevate the meaning of an image. 4O's ability to blend precise symbols with imagery turns image generation into a tool for visual communication. This improvement makes AI image generation a much more powerful tool for getting your message across visually. Now, let's get into the real engine behind this upgrade, the GPT-4o model itself. This isn't just an image generator, it's a natively multimodal model.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to ask ChatGPT to make it into an anime frame. So in this case, it's not just getting the context of my text prompt, but it's also getting this image, and it can use both of these to produce a really nice image for us. And this is possible because we trained 4o as an omni model. So, it's a model of not just language, but images, audio, all modalities, in and out. It understands them, it can generate them, and it can, seamlessly work across these things. And we have spent a lot of effort to, make useful products like first advanced voice mode, where audio just works seamlessly, and now this, where images just work seamlessly across the board.
It is so cool that we're finally getting towards this truly integrated multimodal model that just does everything.
Yeah. I see, I have my little beard there. I see your expressions.
And the hand sign
and
is
my hand
perfect.
sign too.
Yeah.
Nice.
This ChatGPT-4o model is trained to understand and generate across all modalities, text, images, and audio. Think about that for a second. It's not separate systems clumsily stitched together. It's one truly integrated model that gets how all these things connect. They use the phrase, seamlessly work across these things, and that's the crucial point. It's about breaking down the barriers between different types of information, and that's what makes it so powerful. It's like your AI assistant is finally understanding the world more like we do, where everything is interconnected. This is a massive leap towards a truly holistic AI experience. Imagine the possibilities when your AI can fluidly move between text, images, and sound, understanding and creating in all these forms all at once. And as the source material confirms, native image generation enables 4o to link its knowledge between text and images, resulting in a model that feels smarter and more efficient. This integration is what allows for some truly impressive capabilities, including something really cool, in-context learning. Think about it. You upload an image, and the AI can analyze it, learn from it, and then integrate those details into subsequent image generations. It's not just generating random images. It's building upon what you give it, understanding context, and evolving over multiple turns. This leads us to another major feature, multi-turn generation. They highlight that because image generation is now native to GPT-4, you can refine images through natural conversation, can build upon images and text in chat context, ensuring consistency throughout. For example, If you're designing a video game character, the character's appearance remains coherent across multiple iterations as you refine and experiment.
The model not only can understand context in one turn, it is also understanding the context across multiple turns in context. So from today, we can just chat to ChatGPT in a more visual way. And this is just a very simple example. Make a transparency background. You can also talk to the model, for example, imagine how will this coin look like on the backside? Or we can make a unique color for Alan and Montage and me to have a different unique color for each one.
And other than making the background transparent, how good will it be at keeping the actual coin itself consistent between the two?
Yeah, it's very good at keeping the editing consistent. So that is also to see you can use ChatGPT from today to do image editing and image refinement in ChatGPT and using a very chatty language. Cool, here, so we see the coin here, and it's in transparent background now, and it's keeping the consistency between the previous generation.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Okay, conversational image editing? This is seriously cool. The video highlights the multi-turn nature of ChatGPT 4.0, and what that really means is you can actually have a conversation to refine your images. It's not just one prompt and done. You can ask for edits, give feedback, and the AI remembers the context and keeps refining the image based on your ongoing chat. They give a simple example. Hey, fix that thing. And it understands. And further in the video, they explicitly say you can now chat to ChatGPT in a more visual way and use it for image editing and image refinement. This is a total game changer for workflow. Imagine being able to tweak and perfect your AI-generated images just by chatting with ChatGPT, like you would with a human designer. No more clunky interfaces or starting from scratch every time you want a small change. It's all integrated, it's conversational, and it's incredibly powerful. This really blurs the lines between AI and human creativity, making the whole process feel much more intuitive and collaborative. This conversational aspect is huge for creative workflows. Imagine designing a logo or creating a series of images for a project. You can iterate, refine, and tweak your visuals just by chatting with ChatGPT. It's like having a visual collaborator built right into your chat interface. And getting started is incredibly easy. OpenAI states, creating and customizing images is as simple as chatting using GPT-4. Just describe what you need, including any specifics like aspect ratio, exact colors using hex codes, or a transparent background. Because this model creates more detailed pictures, images take longer to render, often up to 1 minute. So, yes, image generation might take a little longer, but the level of control and quality you get in return sounds incredible. Slower, but unbelievably better. Let's be real, speed matters, right? And the video is upfront about it. Image generation is slower with this new 4.0 model. But listen to the trade-off they're describing. They say the quality is unbelievably better and super worth the wait. And they also reassure us they'll be working on making it faster over time. It sounds like they made a conscious choice to prioritize quality and detail over speed in this initial release. And honestly, that makes sense. If the jump in quality is as significant as they claim, a little extra wait time might be a small price to pay, especially at first. Plus, the fact that they're already talking about improving the speed shows they are aware of this and are committed to making it faster without sacrificing that quality. It's a balancing act, and it seems like they're betting that users will agree that the quality leap is worth it, at least for now. And that quality jump is really focused on making AI image generation more than just a novelty. They're aiming to make it a practical tool, taking us into a direction of making these more like tools, not toys for people. Remember how we talked about image generation being seen as a novelty? Well, they are directly addressing that perception and saying, no, this is different. This isn't just for fun and games anymore. This is about making AI image generation a serious, practical tool for people to use in their everyday lives, in their work, in their creative projects. This shift from toy to tool is huge. It signals a maturing of the technology, a move towards real-world applications and tangible benefits. It's about empowering users to be more productive, more creative, more effective in their communication. It's not just about entertainment anymore. It's about utility, functionality, and real-world impact. And you can feel their excitement about this transition in the video. They truly believe this is a turning point. This shift from toy to tool is also reflected in the kind of images GPT-4o excels at creating. The video emphasizes that this isn't just about generating cool, imaginative images. It's about making AI image generation a powerful tool for learning and communication. Think about it. Visual aids are crucial for education, for explaining complex ideas, for making information accessible. And now, with ChatGPT-4o, you can create those visuals on demand, integrated directly into your conversations, your workflows, whatever you're doing. It's about using images not just for art or entertainment, but to enhance understanding, to share knowledge, to communicate more effectively. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility, and OpenAI is addressing the ethical considerations head-on. They state, in line with our model spec, we aim to maximize creative freedom by supporting valuable use cases like game development, historical exploration, and education, while maintaining strong safety standards. At the same time, it remains as important as ever to block requests that violate those standards. They are also implementing measures for transparency and safety, including C2PA metadata and content filtering. We've also built an internal search tool that uses technical attributes of generations to help verify if content came from our model. However, they are also emphasizing creative freedom.
We are giving a much higher degree of creative expression and creative freedom than we normally do. And so what we'd like is for the model to not be offensive if you don't want it to be, but if you want it to be within reason, really let people create what they need and what they want. And we may not get the line there perfectly on day one, but we think, given what Gabe just said, we want to lean pretty far into creative freedom and let people get maximum utility out of this model. And we're excited to see what people will do with it.
Of course, they mention the need to avoid offensive content, which is crucial. But the overall message is clear. They're prioritizing creative expression. This isn't about overly restrictive filters or limitations. It's about giving users the tools to explore, to experiment, to truly bring their visions to life. It's exciting to see them embrace this idea of maximizing creative freedom. Now, it's not all perfect, of course. OpenAI acknowledges that our model isn't perfect. We're aware of multiple limitations at the moment, which we will work to address through model improvements after the initial launch. There are limitations to be aware of, and they are committed to continuous improvement. But overall, this feels like a massive leap forward. So, what do you guys think about this? Are you excited about native image generation in ChatGPT? How do you see yourself using these new capabilities? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I'm incredibly excited about the potential for conversational image editing. Imagine the creative possibilities.